Hello, hello, hello. Testing. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give a few minutes for people to come in, but I want to say thank you to everyone that's coming into the live. And thank you to all of the guests that are here in the StreamYard getting ready to chat about our events here in Pasco, some things coming up and something where Pasco Connect magazine has been. We're getting ready to discuss that as well. So I'm gonna play a quick intro. I'm gonna do a countdown and give a couple of minutes for people to come in, and then we're gonna get started. I'm gonna let some more people know we're live.
Actions and challenges than ever before in parental leadership. Did you know that studies show youth with actively engaged parents are more likely to succeed academically, build stronger self esteem, and avoid risky behaviors? Right now, our young people are facing more pressures, distractions, and challenges than ever before, and parental leadership has never been more important. Hi, my name is Christopher Mahan, and that's why I'm honored to be the latest cover feature of PascoConnect magazine. In this issue, we're diving into my book, Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age. This is a real, practical, no excuses approach to parenting. I believe parenting should be approached like coaching, with vision, discipline, consistency, and accountability. Just like in sports, if you don't have a game plan, you can't expect to win. This book is about helping parents take the lead, build stronger relationships with their children, and create structure that produces confidence, character, and success. And that doesn't stop there. The latest issue, Pasco Connect, also highlights the amazing things our youth are doing right here in the community, from leadership and service and creativity and achievement. Our young people are making moves, and their stories deserve to be celebrated. Plus, we're breaking down important educational policies every parent should know about, because staying informed is part of staying involved. Go grab your copy of Pasco Connect magazine, tap in, and join the conversation, because when parents lead, families grow, and communities win.
Okay, thank you all for tuning in today. I see a few people in the YouTube live. You guys, I believe this is our third show in about 4 years. We had a 4 year hiatus from going live on social media. So it's been a while and I'm building things back up. Thank you so much for your patience as we continue to get things together. We're in a whole new system. We used to use OBS, now we're using StreamYard and all types of things. But I do want to thank you all for your time today. We'll be going live every Thursday, 7 p.m. I don't know for sure where at. We tried Facebook. This is our second time doing YouTube. I went live a little bit on TikTok earlier, and I may end up trying that out because I want to just see where we land best at. And I just want to see how things go. But I pray you will tune in because we're going to be talking about community events. I want to highlight all of the good and great things that happen in Pasco County in our community, and I just want to bring it out to the public. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be recapping where PascoConnect has been. There I am. Hello. And then we're going to be talking about some upcoming events. I also have a little community game, I guess can say, in our third segment. And I want to play that with you all and see how that goes. And so, yeah, I'm just going to be trying out a few things, building things back up. You know, at one point we were on the doing podcasts. Those podcasts were being put on the radio. um, we have our magazine, Pasco Connect magazine. The latest issue is out with Christopher Mahan on the cover. You saw that commercial just run. And so this past issue, the theme was centered on young people, on our youth. So a lot of community organizations were in there discussing how they impact the youth in a positive way. So that was really good. I enjoyed, working with a lot of different people, hearing their perspectives. We talked about education. We talked about policy regarding the youth and organizations that put forth effort, time, and energy and service towards the youth in the future. So I'm excited about tonight's show. We're going to go ahead and kind of get started a little bit with some things. Hopefully, some more people will drop in. So if you all don't mind taking the time to like the video, please share it out, share this live out so that we can get as many people back in here tuning in to us. So, with that being said, I think we want to go ahead and get started with our weekly recap. Y'all, it's been a busy week. It has been a busy week. Like, I haven't had a moment. I have not had a moment whatsoever to rest. Um, I went down to Tampa with Coach Q to discuss with WFLA, Tampa Bay, the Bloom News Studio to talk. Well, I didn't do any talking. I didn't do any talking. Coach Q, who hosts Motion on the Square every other Thursday in downtown Newport Richey, um, she ended up coming out and inviting a few of us to come out and dance behind her. You see me back there. I don't know what I was doing, but I was there and I was doing stuff. But it was exciting. It was another fellow member of the African American Club, Teresa. She's in the center. And then her daughter, Coach Q's daughter, is on the other side. And you see the host there, and then Coach Q is in the red. And she's the coach of the $1 Million Divas, a young person's dance organization. So we did a whole article on them, and it was very inspiring. It's been really great working with Coach Q and just getting to know her, working with the young ladies. I've seen them perform several times out in the community. I've seen them perform at the African American Club several times. I've seen them perform at Hudson Resource Center. I think they were out there at the grand opening of Newport Richie's Railroad Square. So now every other Thursday, you can go out at 6 o'clock for youth rap, youth hip hop dance. So they do like a hip hop dance at 6 o'clock. That was really cool. We kind of came in right when they were finishing up with the young people, me and my boys, and then we joined in on the family line dance, and then a lot of people ended up showing up. I was like, man, Newport Richie can dance. They was like doing their thing. I had to move to the side because I was messing up, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And it was a good time. I had a real good time. I'm sorry I didn't have a lot of footage because I was out there dancing. I was out there dancing last Thursday. So it's not this Thursday. Probably next Thursday, the show will be at 9 o'clock because I would like to participate in it. I think I want to commit to doing it. It's a nice, fun way to get some exercise for me, to get out there and get moving. I sit a lot during the day. So, yeah, you guys definitely come out. Newport Richie, show up, please. Promotion in the square. I'm in Port Richie, so you don't have to live in Newport Richie to attend. Pasco, you all can definitely come out and see how that goes. So that was exciting to do that. That took place last Thursday. And so once again, Railroad Square, this is all free all summer, June and July, every other Thursday, hosted by Coach Q of the Million Dollar Divas. You can come out and have a good time. Bring the kids at 6 and stick around at 7 for the family. That's what they call it, the family line dance. So stick around for that. It's going to be really fun and exciting. So let's see here. Now that was Thursday, okay? That was Thursday. Friday was the first of two Juneteenth events that PascoConnect magazine attended. So what ended up happening Thursday was Newport Richie put on the second annual Boots on the Ground Juneteenth event. What I got a couple of things to show from that because that was really cool. I enjoyed myself there. 1 second. I'm still working with this new StreamYard, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me, okay? I'm gonna put PascoConnect up back up on the stage, and I'll be putting some more things up shortly. Oh yeah, and so Miss Andrea Williams, she's here. Oh my God, y'all! Wait! I got to get into this because okay, first of all, this Juneteenth event, I worked the committee. I worked the committee for this, so we've been planning that Juneteenth event since January. Zoom calls galore. The committee did really good. They got a lot of great talent, and we got some of that talent here today that's going to chat with us, and I'm excited about that. I do have some videos, but I think I want to just bring her on first so we can chat about it. How are you, Miss Andrea?
Hi, Candace. I am listening to you, and when I tell you Juneteenth was an exciting week, but it took us through it too. My God, the sun, it was so much to do. So I am feeling you on that statement.
Yes, it was. It was a lot, of planning on the committee side. But I can only imagine to get those guys together. I do have a clip to get. Let me see here. Let's pull this up and I'll play. this clip here, and maybe you can share with us what was going on in it.
Okay, awesome. Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. So that was
Yeah.
courtesy of downtown Newport Richie. They put together a clip of everything that took place. So that was a sample of the entire night. But these young guys right here, you want to introduce them, introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I am Andrea Williams. I am president of Bay Area Drum Academy. And Candace, that was such a great recap of the night. I want to say that the city of Newport Richey, we have fallen in love with the city of Newport Richey. When I say they showed us so much love, the community, even when our guys were outside warming up, they were so warm and welcoming. We were able to, even outside, play for the community. We had a lot of people who came into the show just off of watching our guys. So, in turn, that allowed the community to not only come in and support our drum line, but they also got to learn a lot about our heritage in Juneteenth. So that was kind of our way of playing a part so that we can get the community to come in and learn about Juneteenth and marching on and the whole focus of the show. So it kind of became like a two-in-one thing. That was such a beautiful recap. What a beautiful show. Well organized. I know you were on the committee as well. You guys did a fantastic job of putting the show together and making sure that we felt welcome.
Great. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Yes, Larnell, she was over the committee, working with Newport Richie, and she gathered a lot of the community members. I did have a few things here too because the event was really nice. You know, this is our program. I don't know if you all can see that. You know, kind of gave you a little bit of information about everybody. It was hosted by Rudy Wilson and April Michelle Ball plays Siri, that led us through, kind of walked us through the entire time. And so basically, you know, a lot of Juneteenth events kind of talk about, you know, right up until we received our freedom as African Americans. And this event, we did that the first year. They did that. They really did. They really showcased that really well. And so when they were talking about what to do for this Juneteenth, they were like, you know what? Let's show what has taken place since we've gotten our freedom, you
Yeah.
know, and kind of walk people through the times. And so we were like, oh, we got to have, you know, some sort of band representation because that's such a big part of our culture, you
Yes.
know. So, y'all, I was in charge of the band, in charge of the drum line, you know, to walk them around, y'all. Let me tell y'all what I had to do because I have my strong suit. I have my strong skills and things like that. That's maybe like behind the keyboard. And so they were like, Candice, the only thing we need you to do is make sure you get the drum line in, make sure you walk them around the back, you know, bring them up again. I don't even remember the whole routine and everything that I had to do, but I'm so glad everything worked out. I was like, I can't mess this up because I knew you all had rehearsed so well. I seen the rehearsals. I'm like, oh my God. I felt like I had the biggest job there. I'm like,
I
taking it
hope they
serious.
made you proud. I hope they made you proud. I think they tried to make sure that they made you proud that night. They did definitely show up and show out. Miss Larnell was very particular about how she wanted the show to run because we want to do things with excellence, especially if we are representing our heritage. And I'm hoping that they showed up and showed out for you because you did a phenomenal job with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad because I was like, Lord, I just want everything to go smoothly. I think we have another clip too. I'm going to show that. Give me 1 second. Pull that up. I would love to know what the band members thought of everything.
So I love to do these events, Candace, because I feel like again I get to kind of sneak in a little information. Like I get to mix what they love, which is drumming. They're going to show up anywhere to play. They are professional musicians because that's what we train them to be, and they will show up anywhere to play a drum. But in the meantime, I love to do these community events because it gets us involved. It teaches them community service. We allow them to even gain community service hours from some of these performances if they are acting in a leadership capacity. But they love the show. They learned so much. They got to learn about inventors that came before them. Simple things like, I believe it was the hairbrush, and um,
Yes.
find out that their ancestors before them or the generations before them, they invented these things. It kind of empowers them to be able to continue on that legacy and do great things. So they were super excited about the show. They are wondering if we're going to be able to do it again. I was like, I'm going to do my best to make it happen. You guys do your best, and of course, we'll be willing to accept that invite. But they were so impressed by how the show was put together and all of the information we were able to learn.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm so glad they enjoyed it. I do have this other clip. Let me play this and you can chat about it. Okay, okay. So what you sent that to me, was that then they're rehearsing for another event?
So that was another, as I mentioned, Juneteenth has kept us busy, Candace. I am so thankful for it. So that was actually at the Juneteenth flag raising at the police department here, headquarters in Tampa, Florida. We try to do it every year because it kind of highlights the importance of the Juneteenth flag. I believe the creator of the Juneteenth flag was also there at that event. So we got to take part in that and him talking about the creation of the flag and the history. So we try to come out because, as you mentioned, this HBCU style marching that we do is very, inclusive in our culture because, we come from the African drums, that's where it started. So we like to showcase the culture and be able to, come out to the community and support those type of events. So we did a number of Juneteenth performances this year, and that was one of the big ones.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm getting notice that there's something going on. What's wrong? It, it is. Is the camera depixelated for you? How does it show for you, Andrea? Is
And
it
it looks
okay?
pretty good to me. I don't know whether maybe it's because I'm looking on the end of StreamYard, but we're looking pretty
Mhm.
good to me.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Just keep me posted on it if it gets worse.
Listen, Candace, I want to stop and first, before I talk about the Drum Academy, I want to applaud your perseverance and your resilience because we are all on the bounce back, even years later from COVID, trying to make this dream work again. And like I said, doing something new. So I applaud you for going through the technology, but we are here for you. Whatever you got to do,
Well, I
technology
appreciate
will
that.
get there. Yeah.
Yes, we gotta definitely stay in contact. I just really admired what you all were doing. I have 3 sons, so I'm like, man, where is this? I lived in Tampa for 1 year before I moved here, maybe like 2016, I think that was when I moved here. So, but I was in Tampa for 1 year. I would have loved to got my son. He was beating on everything around that age. Just
Yeah.
making drumsticks and drums out of everything.
Yeah, we do have families that come from different areas. We have some families that do travel from Pasco, or they live in other areas, because what's important for us to be able to provide a platform, especially in an age where we're hearing a lot about teen takeovers and teenagers having too much time on their hands. We want to provide a safe, positive place for them to be able to learn a skill, and music is one of those lifelong skills that they're able to take with them. You can do sports, and of course, that provides discipline, but music gives you that foundation. And it's also something that even many years later that you can take up. We have a lot of our students that are also in high school, so they gig, so they have their own bands. They play drums. We have a pianist, he's in the marching band, but they do play other instruments. So it allows them that safe, positive environment for them to be able to come to, instead of feeling like they have a lot of time on their hands. We take students with lots of talent, and many of us come to them without talent. Our director has been teaching students for 23 years at this point. He's taught in Hillsborough County, Pasco, Pinellas, and even Duval County. So he's well versed in teaching these students from the ground up. So we do take students that have no experience whatsoever, and we not only teach them the drum, but we give them those leadership skills. We love to transform them into leaders themselves and mentors, so that they can go back to the community and they can give back, and they can be positive influences to other students. And our main goal, if they want to, is also to coach them on to college, which we have been able to do. We've had a lot of success stories where we go out and we visit these students, because they have since gone on to college and these universities. So we try to go on, and we go to the classic every year. If other colleges come, we try to support them so that we can introduce them to the next level.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, we definitely have to connect again, and maybe I'll do an article or some sort of blog post just to go into more in depth of all of the things that you offer, because I am finding that a lot of organizations that are geared towards the youth offer more than what they just show. If it's music, if it's dance, no, it's a lot more going on. You see these kids with confidence, you see their self-esteem just up here, and them ready to just tackle the world, tackle whatever problems and things like that are coming upon them. And kids outside of that don't necessarily have those skills.
Yes, we welcome
So
them.
right. So how can people find you? How can they connect with you? Let the people know.
So, Candace, I would first love to invite everyone out to our summer camp. So, right now, we're still in our summer camp. We're running up until July 18th. So, there's still an opportunity for students to get involved. We are home based in Tampa, Florida. So, we have been gracious enough to be able to use a local elementary school, Lockhart Elementary, who has a phenomenal drum line as well. They're allowing us to use their facilities for our summer camp. We're also going to be performing right there in Pasco County at Avalon Park for their 4th of July sale celebration that they have every year in Wesley Chapel. So if you would like to come out and support our kiddos, please see us at Avalon Park. I believe we will be performing around 6 o'clock. And as always, we are a nonprofit organization, so we're always looking for sponsors and community partners, or individuals who just simply believe in, contributing and giving back to youth programs. So whether that's through financial support, equipment donation, volunteering, spreading the word about our program, we receive it all. We are Bay Area Drum Academy on Instagram. We do have a link in our bio that has all of our information, our YouTube, links to donate, links to register. It is all there. And again, I am Andrea, so I'm always always here for any questions.
Thank you. Send me your link. I'll drop it in the comment section of this video so the people that watch the replay, they can get to you quickly, or I'll find it, you guys. I'll make sure it get in there at least by tomorrow. I can't promise tonight. A lot of times when I get off the show, I'm done.
I know. Oh my God.
But by tomorrow, it'll be there.
I completely understand. We thank you for this platform for us to get out there and reach the people. What you're doing for Pasco County is a beautiful thing.
Thank you so much for coming on. I'll always send you the link to come on, share some events. You can always send it to PascoConnect@gmail.com. Keep me updated. Any fundraisers, any ways to help you all out to continue doing what you're doing, let me know. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. You guys, oh my gosh, that was amazing. I appreciate Miss Andrea coming in and sharing. I wanted to share just another thing. Like, the event was really good. I know she mentioned, that the young guys got to learn about. I hate that it says this. It says it. Hold on one second. I'm not sure what this is going to do, Andrea. I'm going to try to bring you down. If it accidentally takes you all the way out, you can always just hop back in. I don't ever know what things are going to do. So let me know whatever happens. Hopefully they didn't kick her all the way out and she'll be able to come back in. You guys, I'm still learning this system. But just to go ahead and close up on that Juneteenth event that Newport Richie put on. It was the second annual Boots on the Ground. And so thank you to all of the participants. That was Bay Area Drum Academy that just came on. But there was also the Spink Boys Step Force. That was a really good performance. Another youth group of young guys that were stepping. All of these young kids, they were really disciplined. They were about their business, and I enjoyed seeing that. I enjoyed seeing them get up on stage and just do their thing and rock out. I think the Bay Area Drum Academy was also at WFLA. So if you find them on Facebook, you can see the clips of when they performed on the news. So that was really good. And, shout out again to Lynell Scott, who was the organizer. I know she mentioned those inventors. Every person that attended the event got one of these, and it lists all of the Black inventors, and I thought all of the African American inventors. And I thought that was really cool. A lot of people got prizes because they were like, well, who has a hairbrush, who has a keychain, and so people was coming up on the stage, and then they learned who created those things and went home with the prize and things like that. So it was really cool. And afterwards, Miss Larnell did give me a thank you card. I got a little thank you. It said, Candace, just a little something from the city of Newport Richie to say thanks for investing your time, talent, and effort to help ensure our second annual Juneteenth celebration was a success. Larnell. And so that was handwritten, y'all. You don't get a lot of those. So I was appreciative of that. And just the entire experience was really good. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. So thank you, Andrea, for coming up. And Bay Area Drumline. I really appreciate that. So now that was Friday, y'all. That was Friday, 7 o'clock. I don't even know what time the event ended. That was Friday at 7 o'clock. So Saturday morning was the African American Club of Pasco County, their Juneteenth. And they do an annual Juneteenth as well. So that was exciting to be a part of. I wasn't on any of the committees. I actually was working it as a vendor. I don't know if you can see me over there in the red over there, but this is the African American Club of Pasco County. I've been a member of this club since 2017. They do a lot to give back to the community. This Juneteenth event, they combined it with their scholarship award ceremony. So throughout the year, they host a lot of fundraisers and a lot of events to get money to give to the youth that are graduating to contribute to their college education as a way of a scholarship. So I love being a part of it. I was a part of the scholarship committee for this year, and that was exciting. You see here, got a little bit more pictures to show you all. Um, this is Miss Alicia Guy presenting a scholarship to one of the youth. Let's see, there was a lot of youth that ended up getting a nice big chunk of change. There I am presenting. So we each had, our group of students that we presented to and things like that. Hey, Joe, thank you for coming in. I know we got some more things to talk about, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot that we got to get into tonight. So please hang with me. I appreciate you all doing that. Let's see here. I do want to show a little bit more from the event because it was really good. It was a really, as you can see, it was packed. Not only was it packed, but it was a lot that was on the program, a lot that took place for the Juneteenth celebration. Like I said, there was the scholarship. That's one of our biggest things. We host a banquet every year in the spring, a jazz brunch or a dinner, and all of those funds go to these young people throughout the year, throughout the school year. Middle and high school students come in twice a week for our life skills programs and other programs that the club runs. They feed them, they really pour into them and provide them a safe space. And so all of the hard work all throughout the year when it's time to give out these scholarships, it's a really big deal. It's a really big deal, especially to those families. And there is a process. I had to grade essays. There's a whole committee that looks over all of the documents, transcripts from the students. There are requirements. So these students, they're getting ready to go to colleges for an array of things. Like we were reading off some of the things that these young people are getting ready to do. This is our future. These are our future doctors, lawyers, that are getting ready to work in social services and public health. And so it's important, you guys, like Miss Andrea was just saying, we got the team takeovers happening, but we also have some good young people out here doing some great things. So I think I have a few clips from that day I kind of want to share really quick. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so one of the graduates, her name is Natalie Mackenzie Perkins. She presented a poem on Juneteenth, and she got very emotional about it. I want you guys to check it out. Hopefully the sound quality is okay, and adjust your volumes if you need to.
To fight, to look, to search, to thrive in a world that doesn't want you to thrive. Is what Martin and Malcolm fought for, is what they taught for reachable. And by what means do we consider this? Is violence the way, or will that lead us into the abyss? Are the ideals of humans what's stopping our progression? If so, then how do we use that to fight our oppression? How long do we wait to act and rise and wipe our bloody knee from kneeling to the supremacists? And is it worth it in the end to say we won when more people are raised in ignorance? What's the true search for if not expectation? Which ditch would we lie in if we stopped fighting? Or which ditch would we die in if we started fighting? So is true equality achievable? I'd say when the clock stops ticking, and the grass stops growing, and the trees stop swaying, that's when we all will become one in mind and in heart, to accept all races, colors, and walks of life. This is the beginning of our legacy.
Man, that was beautiful. That's Natalie Perkins. She submitted that poem in the latest issue of PascoConnect magazine. So that's actually in there. But to hear her say it, wow, it brought tears to my eyes. And it was very emotional for her to say that. I thought it was really beautiful. I'm going to try to make sure to put that clip in the video that I'm creating, putting all of these events together. It's been a lot. I've been busy and I'm behind. So I apologize. I got a lot that's going to be coming out. Prepare yourselves, okay? Prepare yourselves. So that was really good. I enjoyed that. I'm going to clear some things out, and I do have one more clip to share. Oh, you think your brother ready? Okay. I do. I know it. That's okay. Is he ready to come up and do it? Okay. Y'all, we have someone else getting ready to come up. Is he going to be on camera? Huh? Let's see here. My son, Ronnie, did a poem as well for Juneteenth, and I think he's going to say it live. I did ask him if he would. He told me he would do it. So, Ronnie, are you there? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, buddy. You not going to come on camera?
No, ma'am, not right now.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. You going to say your poem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Juneteenth, the Freedom Day. Oh, hold up. They waited long, the sky was still, the fields were quiet, past the hill. Then riders came, with news so wide, your freedom's here, the soldiers cried. Tears and songs filled every place, with lifted hands and warm embrace. Juneteenth lives in every heart, where truth and freedom never part.
Yay! Thank you, buddy. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Yay! So we did perform that at Juneteenth, and I'll put a little clip out there as well for that in a couple of days. But I'm very proud of you, Ronnie. I'm very proud of him for doing that, for getting up there. That was his first time doing that, and he's 10 years old. So thank you, buddy. One more person I want to bring up for this previous Juneteenth event at the AAC, there were some vendors. So I've been at a lot of events and things like that. So I'll be talking and sharing with you all some upcoming ones that's coming up. But I wanted to bring on Miss Melvina. She was next to me. Y'all see my t-shirt? She was out there with some beautiful Juneteenth t-shirts. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
This is one half of my t-shirt order. I got one. Um, Girls just want to have
Funds.
fun, not just
And
fun. Fun.
here's that
Fun.
T-shirt, the full T-shirt.
Huh? Oh,
Here's that
okay.
T-shirt actually.
Yes, that's one
There
of
you
the
go.
ones that I got. I love it. I love it. She does personalized t-shirts, so you kind of can have your own idea. You could possibly get one, for your organization or your business. If you have like a team, and you want to get some cool t-shirts, they make some very great designs. As you can see, she's showing them all. And this is another person, you guys. I'm gonna make sure her information is in the comment section by tomorrow. So if you want to connect with her, she not only does t-shirts. Nina, what else you got?
We also do hats. We do keychains. We do personalized cups. We make bonnets, bags, and basically whatever you name it, we make it. Basically,
Okay.
and
Can I see the
again,
bag?
like we do full outfits as well.
Okay. Can I see the bag?
Oh yeah, by the
Okay.
way, we have one for you in purple.
Can't wait to get my bag. Thank you. I
So
can't wait.
yeah, we do a plethora of things, and we're also getting ready to add on different flavors of lemonade as well onto the whole list of things that we do. This is also a custom Michael Jackson shirt that we made for the Michael Jackson movie. So
Okay.
we're doing a lot currently. We're still building up clientele as well. We're still building up products, but for the most part, you name it, we make it. Only thing we have not perfected yet is the customization of shoes, which is in the works. But everything else,
Okay.
shirts, pants, bonnets, hats, cups, keychains, we make it.
Okay. I love it.
So
I already told you I'm gonna be putting my order in. I'm grateful for my bag. And, I'm going to be looking forward to working with you, to order some things for the organization that I'm with and be able to give out as gifts. And hey, I may order some things and
yes,
then I
ma'am.
can give out gifts to the guests that come into the show.
Say that again.
I may want to do something with you for like a Pasco Connect shirt that I can give to guests that come in for the show. So I think that'll be really cool. So
That's
I'll get
perfectly
with
fine.
you.
You have my contact information and every and whatnot. So just get in contact with me and anyone else that has any other questions or anything. Like again, everything should be inside of the comment section with all my contact information.
Okay,
If
got
she
it.
hasn't already added it.
Okay, perfect. Not a problem. I see where you put it. Nina, Pretty and Paid, came out the hustle. We make everything custom, so you can email her, Melvina, MELVINAMMC 705 @gmail.com. You want me to give your number, this number, or just when people reach
Yes,
out?
ma'am, you can.
Okay, you
You
can reach
can.
her by number at 813-585-9469. So that's what's up. You guys govern yourselves accordingly. You know what you got coming up. Get you a nice t-shirt or a cup. If you have a gift you maybe want to give somebody for their birthday or something like that, you can definitely do that. But thank you, Nina. I appreciate you coming up. How did you enjoy Juneteenth?
I actually had a lot of fun at the event. I mean,
Good,
minus
good.
the little temperature problem, it was
It
fun.
was hot. It was hot. Lord,
Yeah.
it was hot. And it was a
Minus
lot of
that, it was
bodies.
fun.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next year. I was on the call with the committee today, And so they're already addressing a lot of things and making sure that next year will be bigger and better. So, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for
Uh,
coming up. I appreciate you.
no problem. If you need me, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all know I'm working with this. I'm doing my best with all of this. So bear with me. Now that was Saturday. That was Saturday's Juneteenth. And so I think Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday I was kind of trying to get this going that I got going on here with my nasal and things because my son came back from his dad and was under the weather. Plus, I was under the weather. He got better, and I'm still kind of dealing with some things. So I took some time to rest. But I did have another event that came up this past Wednesday with the organization that I work with, MACA. We had our National HIV Testing Day Lunch and Learn. So that was exciting. Every year, we kind of, well, every month, we put together events. I'm out in the community, I'm the community engagement coordinator, and we kind of try to talk to a population about HIV and preventative measures and testing and things like that. So that took place this past Wednesday. We teamed up with Harm Reduction Anonymous to do this event this past Wednesday. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to bring up. Thought I had a little bit of. Yes, I did. I know I did. There we go. Oh, I don't know why this came up. That means that I have some sort of error with the picture. Give me 1 second, you guys. Please, y'all have to bear with me, okay? Because I'm really trying to get this thing together. I don't know why this. There we go. There it is. There's Joe, and he's here.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
awesome. I'm doing amazing, Candace. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to see you again so quickly.
Yes, yes,
I'm
absolutely. It
talking
was
like Wednesday wasn't just yesterday.
I know, right? It was an amazing day yesterday. A
Mhm.
milestone. It was kind of our first dance in this
Right,
location.
right,
Advocating for National HIV Testing Day. And what we do, we're Harm Reduction Anonymous. We are a DBA of the Custom Voice Inc., which is a 501c3 organization. And we have a service center over in Port Richey, right on 19 and 52 in the epicenter, where a lot of stuff is going on. Folks are having a lot of overdose stuff, a lot of homelessness, and community struggles where we are plugged in as a community peer based organization. We provide peer support to folks on a daily basis who come into our office here. We provide clothing and food pantry in coordination with our partners here at MACA, the organization that promotes the HIV awareness and does the free testing, the treatment, the counseling, and the case management for people who are in need of that. If you are tested and positive and things like that. So partnering with you guys over at MACA is great because Harm Reduction Anonymous is a peer-based organization where we believe in meeting folks where they are, giving folks an opportunity to come to a place and be able to be honest about who they are, right? Instead of having to lie or fit into a certain box because we know life isn't linear and recovery is not linear as well. It's never a straight line to success. So we know that there's many paths to the same recovery, just like there's many paths to the same God, there's many paths to the same healthcare, many paths to the same help all over the place. We just fill in a gap where we feel we can connect with a group of people that sometimes may be left out if our organization weren't present to connect with them. So we ask that if you are someone who's looking for a place to give back, to be connected with the community, and you see the picture there, that's our food pantry. We have on Saturdays between 11 and 1. We give back to the community. If you want to come and just give back, or you want to participate, or you need support, please do come out on Saturdays between 11 and 1, and we are here to accept you so that you can become part of our fellowship and give back to the community, or just pick up some things that will help you and your family. No one will ask you any questions. So that's who we are. Right now, we have a meeting going on in the other room every Thursday night at 7 p.m. We do a meeting. It's a recovery meeting, but it's not the normal recovery 12-step deal that folks are used to. It is a program that we wrote ourselves. It's a 12-step program crossed with harm reduction principles. And we have meetings each week where people can come and share their experience, strength, hope, or their pain, because we believe pain shared is pain lessened, and that folks need fellowship. So we tried to lower the barriers so that there's not so many obstacles to someone being able to call themselves in recovery, or giving themselves a chance to heal from something. We believe if we remove the barriers and take away some of the rules, we invite in people no matter what, and we treat individuals like people no matter what. We end up connecting better with a community that's telling us the truth about what they need and what's going on inside of them, so we can better help them. Because no one can help me if I'm not vulnerable enough to tell you about me and what I'm going through, right? So that's our program. Our meetings offer a space of solace where you can come and do that. We do have published literature. I should hold that up, but I left it in the other room. But no worries. We have a 12-step workbook that we wrote for Harm Reduction Anonymous. We have a textbook as well. It's called The Journey Through Harm Reduction Anonymous. Those are on Amazon as well. If you just want to pull up the picture of it or whatever, you could see them on Amazon. But don't buy them from Amazon. We don't have them listed on Amazon because we want you to buy them there. Those are there so that, because we had to publish through Amazon because we're broke. No, well, we don't have a lot of money. So we publish through Amazon, and we actually sell the books for very inexpensive, or we provide them for free if a person can't afford it, because the books aren't to make revenue. They are to give someone an opportunity to work through the 12-step process and to learn a little bit about what fellowship looks like from a harm reduction perspective.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
I hope that wasn't an overload.
Joe, it's all good. I'm gonna be inviting you regularly. You have an open
Awesome.
invitation to come in, share about the things that you have going on. You're gonna see me out there Saturday. I already let you know I'll be there for that food assistance. No
Yes,
shame
yes,
in the game. I
absolutely.
have
It shouldn't
three
be. I'm
three
there for the food
mouths.
assistance.
Say it again.
I said there shouldn't be. I'm there for the food assistance. Believe that. I'll have
Right.
my little bag of groceries ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yes,
appreciate you and everything that you're doing. It was a really good event, yesterday. Um,
yes,
you know, um, I always enjoy getting up and sharing. about HIV, because I
Yes,
know it's still a stigma in the community, but
absolutely.
I don't mind talking about it. I love to share with new ears the data that's out here for
Hmm.
Florida and Pasco. So
Yes,
if you would like more information on that, you can always hit me up. I offer
yes,
free testing, any anonymous testing. So
yes.
you can always hit me up for that, even at PascoConnect@gmail.com. And if you're someone out there that needs assistance in recovery, Joe Brown is the person you need to see with Harm Reduction Anonymous. They have a beautiful office at
Yes.
19 and 52 that you can go in daily. They're having a meeting now. Oh, he's
Yes.
showing. Okay.
Yes, the meeting is over. Everybody's actually just ending. We had a young couple, young David and his wife. They cooked pulled pork for us, and
Okay.
yes, they brought pulled pork and then homemade banana bread tonight.
Oh,
So we
wow.
have our meetings here, and this is our service center. So everybody kind of just joins in here, and the meetings are anonymous, so we don't put anybody on blast or anything. But the meeting's actually
Mhm,
over, so the folks that are
mhm.
in here, they don't mind that I show them off a little bit. So this is what
Okay.
we do every Thursday, and then on Tuesdays as well. We have the meetings, and I'll just step out to the front here so you guys can see the front of our. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I can't have you stand here. I love you. All right. All right. So here's the front. But look, we even got folks outside. It's a nice day. So a lot of times folks just stop in front on their way passing by. And
Mhm.
you want to go inside? Look, help
And
yourself
Joe
over
really
there.
does
Yeah.
try to help you.
Absolutely. We
I've
want you to
seen
come
several
inside.
people walk
So see,
in.
we got, this is what we
Mhm.
do at the center here, Candace. So it's an awesome
Yep.
time for me to be on because I got to show you what we do. This is our neighbor here. They run an amazing restaurant. We really love their restaurant. It's called the Mediterranean Diner. And forgive me for not presenting that well. And I don't mean to put her on blast, but this
Like, I'm trying to take a break.
This is our neighbor, and we wanted to tell you what a wonderful neighbor she has been to us. And if anybody wants to have some wonderful Mediterranean food, please come here and support. You're
It is
absolutely
very
welcome. So
delicious. It
that's
is
what we
very
do.
delicious.
Yes, that's what we do. All right,
All
say
right,
goodbye,
Joe.
Tish.
Thank you.
This is
Hi.
one of our success story volunteers going on a year clean and
Okay.
recovery and graduating a
Wow.
program coming up
Congratulations.
here July. Yes.
Okay.
Appreciate your support. All
Thank
right. So
you.
there you go. You got a chance to see what we do over at Harm Reduction Anonymous. And we welcome everybody to come out. We're partnered with Candace and Maca and the program there. We promote the HIV awareness and testing and everything
Mhm.
that they do because it lines up with the peer support that we provide to reduce harm in the lives of people in the community. And if you know your status, right, then you're okay, right? Because
Right.
either way, if you know your status and it's this, you're okay. If you know your
Yeah.
status and it's that, you're okay because
Right.
we have information through the program NACA and through the opportunities that are there with the free and confidential testing. We can come in and feel comfortable that we can get a test, and no matter what, we're taken care of. Is that
You
right?
taken care of. That's
That is
absolutely
the
right.
most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like
Mhm.
in Pasco
Taken very
County,
good
I've
care
never
of.
really seen that many times where people aren't really that stressed out over the infectious diseases or things that are going on or being able to get medication or linkage to healthcare, right?
Right.
This is a beautiful thing. So we're grateful for you guys over at MACA. We're so happy to partner with you, and you, Candace, have been amazing. Thank you for inviting us on here. We'll come every
Thank you.
Thursday. We don't have no problem.
I love it. Thank you, Joe. I'll always send you out the link. And I wanted to say, too, everybody that is on the show will receive a free digital issue of the magazine. So expect that email in a couple of days. But thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate you. I'll be sure to recap later on at the end of the show about
Okay.
Saturday.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Candace, and thank you everybody for listening. We'll be happy to support any organization that needs support, and please come out and support us as well. We're again a nonprofit organization. All of us are volunteers. None of us work for money. We work for the opportunity to serve the God in you and the God in us. So thank you so much for having me tonight, Candace. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Thank you, Joe.
All right. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye. You guys, that kind of closes out our recap. That was yesterday. I'm telling you, it's been a week, a busy, busy week. But yesterday's event was really beautiful. A lot of people went away with a lot of good knowledge and a lot of good resources for them. So, and I just appreciate the work that Joe does and the entire recovery community because it's so needed. And they really work diligently. You know, I saw a lot of people come in and out yesterday and care of anybody who walks into Harm Reduction Anonymous. Like he takes really good care of them. That's why they don't mind coming up there, helping out, and just doing whatever they can to keep a good, positive attitude about life. So it was really amazing to see that go down yesterday. So we're getting ready to close out that, and then we're gonna go into what's coming up. And I have a few more guests, and so I really pray you stick around with me. We got one more hour to go. We're just 6 minutes over our hour. I want to share a little message with you about PascoConnect and let you know that the cover person has a book, The Seven Principles, a blueprint for modern parenting. And this book was written by Christopher Mahan. He's on the cover of the latest issue of PascoConnect magazine. And I'm going to play this so you can learn a little bit more.
That studies show youth with actively engaged parents are more likely to succeed academically, build stronger self esteem, and avoid risky behaviors? Right now, our young people are facing more pressures, distractions, and challenges than ever before, and parental leadership has never been more important. Hi, my name is Christopher Mahan, and that's why I'm honored to be the latest cover feature of PascoConnect magazine. In this issue, we're diving into my book, Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age. This is a real, practical, no excuses approach to parenting. I believe parenting should be approached like coaching, with vision, discipline, consistency, and accountability. Just like in sports, if you don't have a game plan, you can't expect to win. This book is about helping parents take the lead, build stronger relationships with their children, and create structure that produces confidence, character, and success. And that doesn't stop there. The latest issue, PascoConnect, also highlights the amazing things our youth are doing right here in the community, from leadership and service and creativity and achievement. Our young people are making moves, and their stories deserve to be celebrated. Plus, we're breaking down important educational policies every parent should know about, because staying informed is part of staying involved. Go grab your copy of PascoConnect magazine, tap in, and join the conversation, because when parents lead, families grow, and communities win.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to PascoConnect Community Talk. We'll be here every Thursday, 7 p.m., unless it's 9 p.m. If I'm out in the community doing something, then I may switch it up and make it a little later. So, you guys, this Saturday, the Pasco County Democratic Black Caucus presents Meet the Authors, an afternoon with Candace Smith and Michelle Maynard. I'm excited because, oh, Miss Michelle, she was in here. I don't know what happened. She may end up popping back in. I think she was having some connection issues. She said she's gonna try again. Hold on. She was having some issues. I'll see what she say. Let's give her a few minutes. But nevertheless, this Saturday, June 27th, from 1 to 3, we will both be out at Orlando Lakes, the Huron Cove Clubhouse. And that's in, oh, I said Land Lakes. I apologize. That's in Lutz, 1944 Huron Cove Drive. I hope I'm saying that right. That's in Lutz, Florida. So there is a QR code on the screen that you can scan, and it is a $5 donation at the door. I think you can pay that a little earlier. There's a Zelle there. I'll be there discussing the books that I wrote, including my memoir and a few self-help books. And Miss Michelle Maynard will be there. She's the author of devotional books for children, some Christmas and Easter stories. So I would love for her. I think if she can get back on, she'll be on to discuss it. But I did want to invite Pasco County to come out. It's for a great cause. The Pasco County Democratic Black Caucus provides a lot of voting information. They're out there to assist in that. They gather together to discuss how, just keeping the community updated on whatever's going on as far as voting, any updates to that. So the $5 donation will go to them, but it will go to a great cause. So we invite you out this Saturday for that. And if she comes back on, then I'll bring her back up again. I'll bring that back up. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. One second. Because I didn't expect that to be over so quick. But I don't know. Oh, she's typing. Let me see what she say. Because she may still be able to come up. In the meantime, I'm going to go over a couple of other things before I bring up the other guests, because I just don't know if Miss Michelle will be able to come back up, and I don't want to interrupt the next guest because of that. So I'll just go back over or discuss a few more upcoming events. So save the date. Faith in Florida is hosting a training event August 12th and 13th, Black History National Training. That's August 12th and 13th. And then August 14th and 15th, they're hosting an additional training. So that training is get out the vote and souls to the polls. So there's reservations. Reservations. You can reserve that. A single event pass is $99. So if you want to just go to one, it's $99. If you want to go to both, it's $150. That'll give you access to both training events. And the flyer has a QR code on there. You can scan that and go ahead and sign up and register. I wanted to go ahead and put this up now because you have a limited time. Sale ends July 13th. So that's Faith in Florida is asking you to save the date. Save these dates in August. August 12th and 13th. August 14th and 15th for Black History National Training and powerful voter training opportunities. So let's see. Oh, she said she was kicked out again and having trouble getting back in. Oh no. See, I still have to learn how to get back. I saw her having issues. She was coming in and out. Oh man. I'm still unsure of how to assist people when they, maybe have some issues, unfortunately. So I don't even know what to tell her to do. I don't even know. You know what? I'm going to ask my son if he can assist. Hold on one second. If he can advise me on what I can tell her. Give me one second. Oh, I'm so upset this is happening though. That should not be happening. But I did see her having some issues. I may give 1 or 2 more minutes just to be on the safe side. Coming in September, the Recovery Walk, Stronger Together, Pasco, ASAP, and the Hope Shot. This is an event I've been to. I've been this event for the past couple of years that I've been working with MACA. It's every September. It's a beautiful event for those that are in recovery. You can come out and celebrate your recovery with this walk. So that's in September. And the reason why I bring it up early is because it's an opportunity to vent. Oh, okay, I see her coming back in now. What you think as far as I think she's in, but I hopefully it won't be any more issues. Yeah, that's her. Okay, well, thank you for your help, even though she.
No, that's question. I was telling you from live. Two people.
Okay, why do I? Oh, when she come up?
Yeah, when she comes up, add up to say.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Thank you, Kenny.
Mm-hmm. Like, click on her specifically, so you can add up to say.
Got it. Miss Michelle, you there? Can you hear me okay? Uh-oh. Are you able to hear me? Hi. Oh, it looks like it may be frozen. I'm not sure. Are you there? Can you hear me? I brought her up. Let me text her really quick. It may be. I don't know. Miss Michelle, can you hear me? I don't think she can. I think it's frozen, unfortunately. Let's see if we can work to uh, get it together really quick. I don't know.
Get out of it and go back in.
Okay. I think she was doing that though, and it wasn't working out.
She's in her phone laptop.
I'm not sure. I think she's on her phone.
I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? I do hear her. I hear her kind of coming in.
Yeah, it might be her.
Oh man.
Because it's low. One of the things I probably don't want.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure why that's taking place. We're going to try to get it together, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do my best on my end to see if we can do this. So you all give me 1 second. Let's see if we can work this out. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Miss Michelle, can you hear me now? Oh, I do. I think it's on her end. When you come in, let's see, because sometimes if you don't let it accept your mic, it may not allow you to do it. So I sent you a message, Miss Michelle. Check that message out. And let's see, you may have to go out and come back in, and it's going to ask you to allow your mic usage, because I think that may be what it is. I'm not totally sure. We're going to see if we can get it together and bring Miss Michelle back on. I did want to go ahead and get with this next guest to go over this homeschooling group that reached out to PascoConnect. She said she still can't hear, and it's for me to speak for her. Okay, I'll do that. No problem. I'll recap after this next guest come up. Hey, Corey, how are you?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and thank you so much for your patience.
Yeah, no worries. I'm very
Okay.
glad what you're doing here is amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm so interested to learn more about this. Like, I'm a homeschooling mom, so I can't wait to
Oh,
hear
wow.
about this. Yes, I've been a homeschooling mom for about 10 years now.
Okay.
I started homeschooling right when I came to Pasco County. So, it's been an experience, but I do love to connect with other homeschoolers for my children and, look for other ways to connect in the community. So I was very grateful to get your email, and invite you on the show so I can learn personally for myself a little bit more. So do you mind just giving an introduction of your organization?
Yeah, no worries. So we're Bigfoot Food Forest out of Newport Richey, Florida. We're just on the outskirts of the city of Newport Richey. And it's a beautiful, think of a beach in the forest, wild Florida piece of property that we are preserving in the midst of all the surrounding development. So if people are familiar with Little Road between Massachusetts and Plath, there is over 3,000 new homes going in. Well, we're preserving some of the land right there in the middle. And the road was basically just paved. They tore down a lot of the surrounding trees. A lot of the natives are like, oh my gosh. And they come to us in tears. But what we are is a demonstration site for all the solutions that we need now in our world. That includes growing food, self-sufficiency, the things we aren't learning in school. That includes uniting people around ideas like voluntarism, which I want to share with your community. And I think there's a lot of connections that we can create with each other. That's why I'm really glad to connect with you. I was listening to all the previous guests. I was looking up some of their information because I would love to connect more with all the local communities and people who want to do good in this world. I mean, it's my life mission, basically. I'm 25. There's people who are way older than me. I'm learning all the time about gardening and all sorts of things. And I've been in this journey since I was 13, researching ingredients in the grocery store with my parents, which led me down this huge journey of psychology. And then I write books and I do lectures and videos and all sorts of things. So it's about time now that we create action and we demonstrate the better models that make the old models that aren't working obsolete. And voluntarism is one of the ideas that we promote. Permaculture is another idea, and many people are unfamiliar with these ideas. But basically what it means is that we want to create a truly voluntary or free world, a world based on consent, every interaction based on consent, and people knowing what they're getting into, right? And then permaculture is about harmonizing our lives with nature, working with nature rather than against it. So, okay, there's all this development going in. People are getting super angry. Well, what if every park, every school, every church, every prison grew food instead of lawns? We wouldn't have any disease. We wouldn't have any poverty. And because there wouldn't be scarcity, we wouldn't have war. Most of our problems would be gone simply by using our current resources differently. And we can actually show it's more profitable to actually do good like this, because creating a lawn, for instance, wastes tons of water, takes tons of money. And instead, you can grow a food forest. A food forest is where you're mimicking the forest in nature, but for producing food. So these are solutions that people are unaware of that bring everyone together. I don't meet anybody who says growing food's a bad idea. And that's why I'm even partnered with someone who's running for president named Jim Gale, And we created something called the Stewardship Party of America, where we're trying to bring people together around growing food. And I'm actually handing out sweet potato starts to everybody in our community. I'm going door to door. I even went on the train and I hand out to everybody, including the conductor. And I'm handing them sweet potato vines because you can grow it. All you have to do is put it in the ground and you don't have to really do any maintenance. People don't realize that we can be living in the Garden of Eden, especially here in Florida, and the solutions are always right in front of us.
Man, I love this. First of all, I would love to have a sweet potato vine. I was talking to my son and I was letting them know we're going to get ready to start planting. I think your message is very timely because we see what's going on. You're speaking about the development, that impacts us greatly. We're in a drought. There's getting ready to be a water shortage, if not already. We see the lakes, we see them drying up. We see that water is going to be scarce. And a lot of our vegetation is being stripped away. So I think what you're trying to do is right on time. It's a message that a lot of people are probably going to be looking for pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in our favor. And so it's about building this together with the community. So I created a nonprofit called Bigfoot Nature Fellowship. And it's a 508c1a. I bet most people never heard of that. They always think of 501c3 because, there's things we aren't taught about within the legal system as well. But it's basically a ministry or a church. And there are over 300,000 ministries in America that never filed with the IRS because they're not required, although they think they have to. Anyways, that's just one idea is religious freedom. And basically what we believe is that the land is sacred and that the people are sacred and that we have to be the stewards of our land. And this is a radical idea to a lot of people in America, but in other countries, they're growing food. These things are rather simple. Like you said, we actually are in a food insecurity. During COVID, we saw that the shelves were empty. People were running for toilet paper, right? So this needs to change. There's actually something called the toilet paper plant, which we grow on the land. And if you feel it, it is extremely soft and amazing. It also goes by other names like Cuban oregano. And there's so many plants, star fruit and guava and avocado, and we have all of it there. We have garden beds as well. There's a river that goes through the property. Every Tuesday, we have homeschool parents and families come. We do cooking with them, science experiments. We're teaching them real life skills. And then this Saturday, we actually have an event where we do it for most of our Saturdays. Basically, it's like a nature gathering, right? We do some qigong, deep breathing, gardening, some talks. And we have people who do poetry. I love that poem I shared before. I love seeing people express their art and their creativity. That's what we need in our world, and that's what heals people. So this is not just a place that's going to help feed the world or educate people and empower themselves and bring everybody together, but it's also a place where you're going to see arts and creativity and expression. And I believe we're going to become a tourist attraction for agritourism, essentially, and people are going to be coming down to Florida. We already have people coming to do big events. Next month we have Derek Bros, who's a content creator. We're partnered with him. He's doing a tour around the entire nation. It's just really exciting. But we have people who are just really interested because of what we're doing. I mean, we even have our own currency that is created based off of time and labor. So if you don't want to spend money on going an event, because we have suggested donation, you can instead trade with the community using this time or labor currency, where it's hey, I give my hour to you, you give my hour to me. It's something that actually worked in the 1800s through Josiah Warren and the abolitionists, talking about Juneteenth. I actually wrote a whole book about abolitionism. It's actually one of my main focuses. So I'm very passionate about the abolitionist, and I would love to plug in more to the Juneteenth community. I'm not plugged in at all, to be honest with you. But this is freedom, and this to me is the best thing we can do, is to show it, to feel it, to taste it by growing your own food. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and anybody's welcome, all ages, everybody from wherever you are from.
Yeah, I'm putting some things up on the screen, and then maybe you could chat with us about it. Some of the things that you sent for me to share. Mm-hmm. So this is the Bigfoot Food Forest, river on the property, wild orange grove, farm animals, gardening and life skills, nature-based community center. So that's between Massachusetts and Plath on Little Road, you guys, if you want to go out and check it out. So they have a Bigfoot Food Forest homeschool. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so this is every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we have a gathering. A lot of parents bring their kids. Right now, our age range is lower elementary, so 3 to 8. But we are considering, of course, other age groups as well. So we are really curious, how can we help this generation and the next generation? I'm curious too, since I'm college age, I think there needs to be more places where people can hang out and talk without alcohol and all the craziness in the world, and getting away from all the development, a place where you can heal, like a little nature retreat. Going there every week for me is like amazing. You ground into the soil. I also want to mention something, the word Bigfoot, the reason why we use that. The guy who owns the land, his name is Ryan. So I'm partnered with him. This is like a partnership project. And he's actually a world-renowned Bigfooter. And he's been on the History Channel, Travel Channel, and all that stuff for Bigfoot. So he's actually known for cryptozoology. That's the field that he's in. And he's got 4 kids of his own. And he totally homeschools his kids. And you can tell they're really close to nature. I mean, they're not afraid. But it's just really wonderful to see. And that's why we call it Bigfoot Food Forest, but also because we're creating a big footprint on the map. And this is going to be something that I aim for the entire town to know about, in the coming years. Already a lot of people are expressing their interest in it. And actually, we are planning to do a Bigfoot festival at some point, because we held an event at the library in Newport Richey, and it was their biggest event they ever had that they couldn't find enough chairs. And so I want to partner with all the farmers in the area. I would love to partner with you and any of the organizations that you have to promote what you're doing. And we can even have you guys as speakers. We can bring other people in as speakers. We could have music as well. It wouldn't be hard to set up. And we can partner with the library. And I think it would be a wonderful event. And maybe it's something that we can do annually as well. So just something I figured to share. There's the flyer for our Saturday event, which is like our Sacred Wild Gathering, our nature gathering event, where you get to share your experience, your journey. And, if there's anything that you need to heal, get off your mind, we welcome it all. Going back to some of your previous guests, I mean, everybody's going through all sorts of things right now. So the best thing we can do is to support each other.
Absolutely. Now, I saw that, I heard you mention it a little earlier. Is this still July 27th?
Yes. Yeah, so that is next month, and that's going to be a huge event with a lot of solutions on decentralization. Derek Rose is a content creator who's also written several books, created several documentaries, very outspoken in the sort of independent media freedom, truth community. But if he runs a website called The Conscious Resistance, it's absolutely incredible for anybody who doesn't know. And I've been plugged into these communities for quite some time, very unifying. Really looking beyond the divisions in our world and getting clear as to what are the solutions. So one of those catchphrases he has is exit and build. Right. So he says a discussion on why politics can't save us and why the exit and build strategy is more important than ever. Now, it's not to say that people in politics can't collaborate with us or even, work with us to build that new model. But what we see is it's bound for corruption oftentimes. And it's kind of embedded into the slave culture going back 6,000 years since ancient Mesopotamia. We need to evolve as a human species, and that includes sharing, these ideas like permaculture and voluntarism, ideas that I believe are the future that will help us become truly free. Because, sorry to say, but chattel slavery was one form. We're still under other forms. And if we want to completely free ourselves, we have to have that mental, moral capacity. And we all have it, and we have to empower each other to encourage more of that capacity. So Derek Rose is someone I absolutely love his work, and there's so many others I want to introduce you to, and just really people who care so much about our world.
Well, we're definitely going to at least come out, try, I'm going to sit with my boys, and we'll make a decision, get back with you to at least come out and check everything out. We always want to connect just on a personal level with other homeschoolers and getting whatever knowledge, anything I could turn into a class. And of course, my older two Even I have like just an extended type of class, or I don't even like to call it class for them.
Mhm.
But my middle son, he's autistic, so I do look for ways to get him outside and in nature because he doesn't too much care for it. But he does enjoy the water.
Yeah.
So I think that may be a draw for him to get him out, and I would love for him to explore some different foods. And
Yes.
maybe if his hands is involved in the growing of the food, he may be more willing to eat it. So, you
Yes.
know, I do see some benefits, on a personal level before I get to anybody else. So you guys, we may Pasco Connect. I'm gonna take y'all on another adventure. We're going to be going out into nature and we're going to try this out. So y'all stay tuned. So, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, we
am.
can film the whole thing if you want. We love to
Oh,
do that with our events. So we
okay.
can help
I would
promote
love
your
that.
podcast and what you're doing to the whole local community.
Okay. I would love to do that. I'm excited about it. I really appreciate you reaching out, sharing everything. I'll make sure to put the flyer out and, we could talk further so I can at least get a blog post out there.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
people can refer back to. Yeah, yeah,
Wonderful. Thank
yeah.
you.
I appreciate this so much, you guys. I'm gonna put, a couple of more things back up again. Make sure to take a screenshot. You can Google. That's what I did at first. So I found a lot.
Bigfootflorida.com is the
Mm-hmm.
website. I probably should have
Okay,
said that.
okay,
uh,
got
but
it.
yeah, it's bigfootflorida.com for anybody curious. And we have everything up there. At least I try my best. I'm one person here starting a nonprofit, which I never learned how to do all that in school. And it's very inspiring to see other people in the community who also have nonprofits that you've shared
Mhm.
that are doing like similar things, trying to create a better world. I mean, it really comes down to what we're doing on this ground level. And in my opinion, like we can never look to the people in power or up there because like really it comes down to we the people and what we build. And it's just wonderful to see because I believe most of the solutions are created by nonprofits in our world right now. Because the current power systems aren't serving the people as much as people may want. So it's really nice. And yeah, we have all those homes coming in. So we have a big opportunity. We're open to input. Any advice you have, like how could we make it better? What could we do? Like any workshops that anybody wants to do with us. Let's
Mhm.
collaborate.
I love it. I love it. Well, Corey, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful connection.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be getting with you, and I'll be sharing this out on Pasco Connect on Facebook, you guys. So you'll get all of the flyers and information and be able to find it, and then you can connect with Corey and begin to, explore and have your own experiences. So thank you so much. You'll now have an open invitation. You can come up anytime, share upcoming events and things that you have going on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience tonight, too.
No worries. Great job. Keep it up.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, I'm going to check really quick to see if there was anything else that I missed. I don't believe so. You all got to see what took place all last week, up until yesterday. So now, then you're seeing some things that are getting ready to take place. I know Miss Michelle, she wasn't able to get on, and I feel terrible about that. But this Saturday, you can definitely drop by from 1 to 3. There is a $5 donation at the door. But once you leave your donation at the door, you'll be able to come in and hear from Michelle, hear from myself. And I know that's Miss Michelle. You see her in the red. You may not recognize that woman in black. That's me. Supposed to be. That's me. I don't know who that is on the flyer. That person won't be there. I will. Candace Smith will be there. I don't, not that person, but nevertheless, you guys come out. I'm looking forward to, presenting my books and just discussing my whole writing journey. I know that's what both me and Michelle are going to be doing. She's going to be talking about her devotional books for children. And so I'm excited. I wanted to hear a little bit more about it tonight, kind of meet her before, because this was our first time chatting as well. So I'll be meeting her and learning more as well Saturday. So definitely try your best to come out to that. I also want to invite you back next Thursday. Next Thursday, I'll be back. I may be back at 7 p.m. And I think we'll be back on Facebook, giving that a try out again, seeing how that go until I figure out what's going to be home. We were on TikTok earlier. I went live on TikTok a little earlier. I may go live on Instagram next week. I don't know. I'm just trying to see what works best. I appreciate everybody that came into the live and every guest that came. And like I said, I'll be emailing you the latest digital copy of PascoConnect magazine featuring Chris Mahan. He's the author of The Seven Principles, a blueprint for modern parenting, parental leadership. So you guys, definitely you can find his book on Amazon. Parents out there, if you're wanting to get more information on how to be a better leader for your child, you know, in parenting and you're struggling, he does address a lot of things that, you know, we don't always want to address. He addresses suicide in there, drug abuse. I even interviewed with him, you know, about MACA and HIV and teens, because I do often test teens and chat with them, and I chat with parents, you know, because a lot of times we're not addressing things as parents until it's right up on us. And it doesn't have to be that way. So this book is an aid that will help you to be able to pre-plan those things and be ready or avoid them totally. All of the crises, you know. So definitely check that out. We also have a great in-depth article in the latest issue of PascoConnect magazine that talks about Chris Mahan and his book. So you can find the printed copy and the digital issue on madcloud.com and type in PascoConnect magazine. You can also subscribe for $2 a month to QCP magazines because we have more than one. I heard somebody mention Duval earlier today. I meant to revisit that. Duval Connect magazine is our sister magazine. That's my hometown. So that magazine, those magazines are out there and blog. And then Factabulous magazine is a magazine for plus size people. And that was my very first magazine. And so that's also when you subscribe for $2 a month, you get access to all three magazines and you get all digital issues for free. So definitely make sure you subscribe. And like I said, everybody that attended the show will definitely get the latest issue digitally. I want to make sure that it's everything. I'm going to be getting ready to kick off, you know, some civics discussions, some more in-depth community topics. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'm just building up my confidence to go ahead and launch that. But I'm working on some things that we're going to do virtually to have some great community conversations. So stick around with me. I think we're going to end a little early tonight because it's been a lot and it's been a long week. But I want to thank you for hanging out with me and check out the replay. Make sure to share, subscribe, like the video, all of the things, you guys. Follow us on Facebook. We're there. Okay? QCP is on TikTok. PascoConnect is on Instagram. And we're on YouTube as well. So All right, you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it in. Take me another dose of cold medicine. Hopefully, I can get rid of all of this that's going on. Get me a little bit more rest, drink my fluids, and then I'll be out there Saturday in Loops. So I'll see y'all next Thursday. Good night. Peace.